What do my gente, you boys coming through once again. And on today's video, we're gonna talk about the Tory Lanez footage in where we can see how he becomes victimized, right? I'm gonna show you the footage as well, right? So you can give me your own opinion. But before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like and comment. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button, por favor. It does not take away from you. You're just showing support to the channel, which I do highly appreciate it. So let's get to the story, man, because everybody was dropping content on Tory Lanez situation, right? Hot topic, of course. And when something's hot, you have to ride the wave. Now, the footage finally came out, and where we see the incident, right? So we had Ime Casio, which is the victimizer of Tory Lanez, make an interview, a phone interview, and where he basically tells his story. I didn't believe his story, but he tells his story, right? That's his story. Now, we also have an inmate who supposedly called from Tehachapi, who told also his story in where he says that Tory Lanez asked for help, which we can see on the footage where Tory Lanez is asking for help. And he said it happened during Pilco, which it didn't happen during Pilco. It happened during breakfast. And I think this individual was not even in that building, to be honest. I think he was in a different building. And he was just talking because he wanted to be famous, right? I guess he has a TikTok account, and that's why he dropped that video, right? So let's debunk that story. You know, of course, he's gonna hear the cops talking about, oh yeah, old boy was asking for help, he was scared and stuff like that. So that rumor is gonna go through the prison. So a lot of inmates gonna know this, right? So I want you to trip on this footage, man, because after this, we're going to talk about, and I'm going to explain to you what you just seen, right? So let's go to this footage. So there you have it, man. So Tory Lanez was in cell 210, and his neighbor, inmate Casio, was in cell 209. I don't know what building it is, but it is AR. That's usually how they do child release, right? 100%. Like I said, it's usually they go into your pot, because it's a pot, it's a section, into your section, with the cart. And how they used to do it back then. At first, they started by doing it by opening basically the whole section. Let's say bottom tier, cell 101 to 105. They open the whole section and let everybody just walk to get the tray, and then everybody takes it in. They open the other side of the section, 106 to 110. They do the same thing, and then top tier. You know, that's how they used to do it. Then eventually somebody got stabbed because of this, and they just stopped that. Yeah, I mean, now they used to go to your cell. The cops used to go to your cell, open the tray slot, and give you the tray. They used to walk. They used to do the hard work. But one thing about CDCR, cops don't want they don't want to do the footwork, right? They want to work the less possible, and you can't blame them, you know. So apparently they went back to the opening the doors, walking to get your tray. And on this video, we can see that this is what the inmates are doing, at least on the top right here. On the footage, you can see the mirror. That's a mirror that actually points out, like the tower can see that, and you see like the door under the rotunda. But you can see the reflection, and where you see two cops seeing how Tory Lanez is being attacked, right? And the whole time that he's being attacked, these two cops ain't doing nothing. They're not going up there, pepper spraying. They don't know what to do. You know, they don't know what to do. If Tory Lanez wouldn't escape from right there, I think he would have been done. Period. Right? Because the cops, they were not even trying to help him at all. You know? And it's sad because the guy was asking for help and no help came through. Well, in the footage, right, we're gonna talk about what we see, right? So they open the cell doors. We see Casio getting out of his cell with his thermos, right? With the long sleeve thermos. Usually that's what you're gonna see individuals in the morning with. And he was just stretching, playing the part as another individual, another inmate came through, walked down there, pick up his tray, took it back to his cell, which it was a black inmate, right? Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, there's no blacks." Well, there's a black right here. We can see it on the camera, right? And as soon as the black passed through with the tray slot, they opened Tory Lanez's cell, one cell. And it seems like Tory Lanez was single cell. Even Casio seems to be single cell. So like I said, it's not gonna be that many people in those sections. Why? Because the inmate population went down. So most likely a lot of people are gonna be single cell. So as soon as they open the door of Casio, of Tory Lanez, you can see Casio is standing in front of his door, playing the part. And he just got off on him right there and then. No argument, nothing. He just went after him right there and then. Tory Lanez fell. Casio was trying to hit him from as he's standing up. He's trying to hit him, and Tory Lanez is just kicking and asking for help. Eventually he managed to get up and run down, right? But the damage already had been done. What I mean, I was gonna say what didn't surprise me is that they didn't shoot the blunt gun. But sometimes during situations like that, the cops they don't know what to do, man. They don't know what to do either because it's one tower, so it's either um, they close the doors, they go for the weapon. Well, they're supposed to have the weapon with them at all times, right? And it's supposed to be loaded. So I don't know what happened, but they didn't do nothing, nada. Of course, I don't possibly didn't have a clear shot, man. But that is the hatch B, and man, that footage was savage. Being in a situation like that, man, Tory Lanez, where he don't know if he's gonna make it or not. That's sad, man. That's crazy, and it should be a reminder, man, to all you guys, man, who have not been in prison but still are dancing within that line. Be careful, man. Be careful because it doesn't matter where you go to. A prison would always be a prison, and you can never tell what's gonna happen next. It's just a matter of the individual having a bad day and not caring at that moment for him to do what he has to do. So with this footage, you can kill all the different theories that were put out there from different phone callers, and actually, man, see it for what it is. Personal issue, man. A personal issue. Some people are saying, "Oh, you can clearly see that's a hit." That's not a hit. I mean, like, come on. A hit will be more people involved trying to make a damage. This was a one-on-one. One individual decided to victimize Tory Lanez, and he did what he knows how to do, right? Regardless of his past, that thing does not take away from how dangerous an individual can be, right? And we see this on this footage, man. So with this being said, man, we are out to next video. Muchas gracias. Hopefully you like this video. Late.